What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the X1. Alright guys, so I've got another vape-related random question of the day. What is your guilty pleasure e-liquid? What is a guilty pleasure e-liquid, you might ask? It's basically something that has a ton of sweetener in it that you know is going to kill your coils, but you vape it anyway. Mine is definitely something I don't normally go for, which is a dessert flavor, and that is Glass Basics Blueberry Cake. It's just so darn good. I know it's going to kill my coil really quickly, but I just don't care. The flavor is just too darn good. I want to hear from you guys. What is your guilty pleasure e-liquid? Let me know right down there in the comments section below. So today we're going to be taking a look at this little guy right here, the Boulder X1. It's a pen style device, and I do have to give a big shout out and thank you to the guys over at Boulder for allowing me to take a look at one of these devices for the purpose of making this video. Personally, I'm a big fan of the Boulder Rock pod system, and I was really excited to see that the X1 was coming out. With that, this is in true Boulder fashion. It's small, it's lightweight, it's very pocket friendly, and it's affordable. So taking a quick look online, this device is currently only available in one color, which is navy blue, but hopefully they're going to come out with some other colors in the future. It's going to run you about $25 online if you want to grab one for yourself. Of course, I'll have a link for you guys on my website. Link to that will be right down there in the description below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we've got the Boulder X1 in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging, then we'll talk about what's inside. So, one thing I really love about this box is it tells you everything you have to know from the outside. There's no instructions or anything on the inside, so you've got all the information all over this box. Let's go over it real quick here. We've got the lovely display box, so you can see the device right inside. Boulder logo up top there, Boulder X1 down the side. Replaceable heating element there, micro USB, and 350 milliamps, so pretty much everything you have to know about the device already right there on the front. On this side here we have magnetic tank and draw activation, and on this side here it says your experience peaks here with a little QR code. Not sure what that's all about, but feel free to scan that. Pause the video real quick and scan it with your phone, see where that takes you. Otherwise, on the back of the box we have basic instructions. We've got a little write-up about the device, how to refill it, how to charge it, everything like that, and of course some warnings and the company information and a UPC down here at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and get into this thing. It's very kind of simple packaging, just a little plastic tray, and you get the device itself. As you can see right there, we'll take a better look at that in just 1 second here. And you also get a micro USB cable in the box. It's about 1 foot in length. It's flat, so it's not going to tangle. And it even has Boulder written on the bigger end. And that's what you get in the box. All right, guys, let's talk about the specs. First of all, it has a 350 milliamp hour built-in rechargeable battery. It's slim, simple, and stylish. The pods hold 1.5 mils of e-liquid. It has a micro USB port for charging on the bottom. Magnetic pod connection. Titanium coils for additional flavor. Perfect for nic salts, vacuum air sensor, no firing button, and it has chrome trim. Alright guys, so let's take a quick up-close look at the Boulder X1, starting off with the actual cartridge piece itself. As you can see here, the whole upper section is clear, so you can see your e-liquid level very easily. It has a very narrow mouthpiece, perfect for mouth-to-lung draw, and the bottom section is magnetic. You can also see the gold little pin right there, which is your connection for the positive. And to change the coil out, all you have to do is just unscrew the bottom piece right here, and it just pops right out like that. This is replaceable right here. This is about a month old and it's still going. It's about ready to be replaced though. And to fill it, all you have to do is just get your bottle right on the side of that middle tube there. It can be a little bit difficult, so I would highly recommend you have a needle tip bottle. Here you can see the replacement tank and the heating element, which are available online. On the top part of the battery, we have 4 air slots cut into the receiving end of the magnetic connection, which provides a nice smooth airflow. You can also see the middle connection there, which touches the gold piece that I mentioned earlier. Otherwise, it's nothing much to talk about as far as the battery is concerned. It's an automatic draw, so no need for any buttons or anything like that. As you can see, mine has gotten some marks all over it. It's a little bit scuffed up and it's seen some wear and tear, but otherwise it is still kicking. On the bottom section here, we have the micro USB port for charging and the little tiny blue LED right there that illuminates whenever it's charging and when you're vaping on it. This thing could not be any easier to use. You just fill up the tank section up top and just click it together like that. The magnet holds really nice and strong. I have no complaints about that, and I've tested this out and whipped it around and it holds nice and firm. Other than that, that's about all I've got for you guys in this little close-up section. So let's go back to the main screen, have a quick little vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of the video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting off with the pros, my first pro is the ease of use. This thing is so simple and easy to use. It's magnetic, so you don't have to worry about threads or anything. It just sticks right there to the battery, and you can just puff away on this thing. It's super duper easy, and it's going to be great for beginners. My second pro for this one is its size. It's absolutely tiny. It's only about as big as a pen, and with that, it'll fit in your shirt pocket or pants pocket, pretty much anywhere. You can travel along with this thing, no problem, and have a vape ready to go wherever you are. And my third pro today is the styling. I really like the look of this thing. It's super sleek and classy. I love the full clear top piece here. And honestly, it's very discreet as well. If you're one of those people that hates being judged for vaping or something like that, you can still have this tucked into a pocket somewhere and pull it out, and people are just going to think it's a pen. And my fourth and final pro for this one is the price. You just really can't go wrong with Boulder products. They price their devices reasonably, and it just increases the access to the average consumer. Someone that might be on the fence about vaping, doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money, will be able to pick up an X1 and a little bottle of juice for next to nothing. Alright guys, so moving on to the cons. My first con is the finish on this thing really isn't the greatest. Mine's been in my pocket for about 2 months or so, and it's really scuffed up and scratched. Granted, I have a metal wallet, so it's constantly rubbing up against it, and with that, I just kind of wish they went with an anodized aluminum rather than any sort of paint or coating. My second con for this one is the tank wobble. It's a little bit weird because otherwise the magnet is very, very strong, but if it's in the right position, you can kind of bend this tank around a little bit and get it to kind of come off its axis. Whenever I'm puffing on this thing, I tend to put a downward pressure on it for some reason, but whenever it kind of wobbles around on me, it feels very uncomfortable, and I'm just not a big fan. And my third and final con today is the battery life. It's only a 350 milliamp hour battery, so your battery's going to die quite often. I go through about a charge to 2 a day, and that's just on average use because I'm using my other devices throughout the rest of the day. But with this thing here, it only takes about half an hour or so to charge, so it kind of balances it out a little bit, but I just wish this thing had a little bit better battery life. So at the end of the day, is this device worth purchasing? Would I go out of my way to pick one of these up if I didn't get this one in for a review? I'm going to say yes to this one, although I feel like I'm still a bigger fan of their original Boulder Rock Pod system. It's just an instant classic in my book, but this one here definitely classes it up a little bit and makes it a more kind of refined system. It's not quite a pod system. It kind of goes back to the old school ways of the Sig-alike, but it does it in a much classier way. The price is definitely right at 25 bucks, but I still just get this feeling in the back of my head that, you know, you can get 2 Boulder Rock Pod systems for the price of this thing, so take of that what you will. But in any case, if you guys want to grab one of these for yourself, I'll have a link on my website. Link to that is right down there in the description below. But that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Leave your comments down in the box below and check out the links I've got down there in the description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.